Welcome NIOS live classes. Class 10th Indian Sign Language Secondary 230 Module number 3 Structure and Grammar of ISL. Lesson number 9 Word Level Structures. In this lesson, we will learn about some various topics. First, sign can be combined in different ways to create new signs with unique meanings. Second, knowing ISL grammar rule is crucial to combining signs correctly and creating meaningful new signs. Outcomes. After studying this lesson, learner will learn about some various points. First, learner will demonstrate an awareness of complex structures within ISL signs. They can also identify word level components in ISL signs. They can list some example of different types of word level structure in ISL. Now, the first topic we will learn about the ways to combine ISL signs. There are many ways through ISL signs combine to create new word with a new meaning. For example, we can see the first is combination. And the example of combination as we can see on the screen, the first is 3 along with ear. Through combine these two words, we get the new word which is 3 ear. Second, repetition of sign. Signing repetition changes the meaning of the sign. For example, we can see the alphabet of F. If we do the sign of F on one time, it will describe the word letter F, but if we do it 2 times, then it will be the meaning of the Friday. Third, use of finger spelling alphabet and the sign. For example, we can see PM along with it we have to do the sign of boss. So we get the new meaning and the new word which is Prime Minister. Same as CM plus boss, we get the new word along with the meaning, which is chief minister. Now we will see how Indian Sign Language ISL word structure works and how signs combine to create new words. This is a part of ISL grammar. If ISL signs are not combined properly as per ISL rules, it will not make any sense. For any learner of ISL, it is important to understand how ISL signs can be combined meaningfully to create new words. It is not enough to only learn ISL vocabulary. It is essential to learn how to make new words in ISL as per the ISL grammar rules. Hopefully, as you get better at this, you will realize how equal ISL is to any spoken language. Now we will look the ISL word level structures. Firstly, we will look at the three examples of the ISL word level structures. First one is sign families. Second one is question signs. And the third, time signs. Sign families. Sign families, they are male and female related signs. For example, the sign of sister, first we do the sign of female, along with it we do the sign of sibling. So combine that, we get the sign of sister. And same as for brother. The first sign was male and the second for sibling. And combining both, we get the new word with a new meaning. Next, same as for daughter, the first sign will be female and the second sign will be the born. Next, for the son, the first sign will be the male and the second sign will be the born. Also same is for the husband. The first sign will be the male and the last but not least the second sign will be the marry. When we compare with English, we see that in English there is only one word, but in ISL two signs are combined to make the other new word. For example, sun. In English, there is only one word to depict the sun, but in ISL it has two specific words which has specific meaning to create the new words. Now we will look about some quotient signs. The first is who. Same as previous, it also has two specific signs which has their specific meaning to create new words. Face along with the quotient. Second is where. It also has two specific words which is place and quotient. Next, when. It also has two specific words with two specific meanings which is time and quotient. And next is when we talk about the day. So in this we use the sign of day along with the quotient. But when we compare the ISL with ASL, which is American Sign Language, who, where, when, etc., they have a single sign. For example, in ASL, the sign of who is this. In English, there is a single word and in ASL there is a single sign, but in ISL it has two specific words in it. And next we can see where. In ASL they use the sign of where is this. Same as English. English also has a one word, same ASL has a one sign, but in ISL it has two specific word and sign. Let's take a short break.
करने राहों को आलोकित करने, जीवन ये प्रकाशित करने राहों को आलोकित करने, हम अपना दीपक स्वयं बने, हम अपना रास्ता स्वयं चुने, हम अपना दीपक स्वयं बने, हम अपना जीवन ये प्रकाशित करने राहों को आलोकित करने।
सीमा से विद्यालय जो मुक्त हो। धन साधन समय की सीमा से विद्यालय जो मुक्त हो।
कभी पढ़े हम कहीं पढ़े वे विषय की लोच से युक्त हो।
कभी पढ़े हम कहीं पढ़े वे विषय की लोच से युक्त हो।
मित्रों हम उठे और जागे,
मंजिल आने की ध्वनि सुने हम, अपना दीपक स्वयं बने हम, अपना रास्ता स्वयं चुने।
जीवन ये प्रकाशित करने, राहों को आलोकित करने।
राष्ट्रीय मुक्त विद्यालय का है द्वार खुला सबकी खातिर। शिक्षा परीक्षा का अवसर एक बार ही क्यों मिलता फिर।
शिक्षा और परीक्षा का अवसर एक बार ही क्यों मिलता फिर। दुनिया में इसके केंद्र बात,
कोई मन चाहा केंद्र चुने हम, अपना दीपक स्वयं बने हम, अपना रास्ता स्वयं चुने। कोई मन चाहा केंद्र चुने हम, स्वयं बने हम,
Welcome back to NIOS live classes. Now, the next topic we will learn about the time signs. For time signs, we use two specific words along with the meaning, which is number along with the year. For 3 years, we use the sign of 3, which is number, and the sign of year. And combining that, we get the new word, which is 3 year. Same as for the 1 year. 1 is the number and the year. So we get the new word, which is 1 year. Same as the 5 years. And for the month, we use this number along with the sign of month. 4 months, it has 2 signs. The first is 4 and the second is month. Same as for 5 months. And next is same for the 8 months. Now if we do the sign of hours, so we can also use same as previous the sign of number and the sign of hour. And combining that, we get the new word. For example, 2 hours. The sign of 2 along with the hours. So we get the single sign, which is 2 hours. same for 5 hours, and also same for the 8 hours. Now we will study how the meaning of sign can be changed. It is possible to change the meaning of the signs. But how can we change it? We can change it by using some various points. First is towards and away from the position. And the second, repetition of the sign. And third is movement. First, moving towards and away from the position. Through this, we can change the meaning of the sign. For example, the sign of help. If we sign the I help you, so the sign of help will be moved forward. And if the second person helped me, so the sign of help will be the backward. Next is teach. If I teach you, so the sign of teach will be circular motion. And if the other person teaches me, then the sign of the teach will be opposite through the. Next is give. Whether it is I gave you and you gave me, the motion of the sign can change the meaning of the word. When comparing with English, it is important to mention who is helping whom. But in ISL, this is clear just by a single sign, help towards the signer or away from the signer. Next is repetition. The sign of Friday. When we sign the F again and again, it refers to the sign of every day. Friday. For example, we can look about the sentence, I go to association every Friday. So here we use the sign of F again and again. Next, we can see I go to class every Friday. Next, the sign of pass. Whether it is 12th pass or competition pass, etc. So we repeating the sign of the pass again and again, it depicts the sign of the pass. And next is C. If we see in the movie many times, we can repeat the sign of the C, so it will depict the sign of the scene. For example, if we had met a deaf person multiple times, so we can also use the sign of the C again and again. And the other example is child. If we do the sign of child again and again, it will become the sign of the children. For example, teacher is teaching the learners, as you can see on the screen. Next, the topic is movement. In movement, we use the sides of opposites. For example, the first is pass and fail. Second is go and come. Third is light on and off. Now the sides of down and up. Here the hand shape is the same, but with the change in movement, the meaning of the sign is opposite. Now we will learn the signs combined with the finger spellings. In this we can learn some various topics like related to time, finger spelled letter along with the sign, and the third, signs with the finger spelled letter as the hand shape. We will learn about these. First is related to time. For example, the sign of April. So for the April sign, we use the initial of April and the sign of hot. And combining them, we get the sign of April. Same is for the December. We use the sign of initial and along with the sign of gold. And combining them, we get the sign of December. Same for Sunday also. We use the initial of Sunday and the sign of close. And next is June. We do the same, initial along with the rain. Second, finger spelled letter along with another sign. For example, the sign of principal. We also use the initial of principal and the sign of top. Same for the library. We use the initial of library and the sign of book, and combining them we get the sign of library. Third, the sign of training. It also has two different words, and combining them we get the sign of training. And fourth, the minister. It also has the initial and the sign, which is M plus book, we get the sign of minister. Signs with a finger spelled letter as the hand shape. The sign of language. For the sign of language, we use the initial letter of the language to depict the language. Next is college. Next is logic. Next is lesson. Next is complaint. Next is urgent. Next, letter. Next is use. In these words, for their sign, we use the finger spelled letter as a hand shape. Let's take a short break.
जीवन ये प्रकाशित करने राहों को आलोकित करने
जीवन ये प्रकाशित करने राहों को आलोकित करने हम अपना दीपक स्वयं बने हम अपना रास्ता स्वयं चुने
अपना दीपक स्वयं बने हम अपना रास्ता स्वयं चुने
जीवन ये प्रकाशित करने राहों को आलोकित करने
धन साधन समय की सीमा से विद्यालय जो मुक्त हो
धन साधन समय की सीमा से विद्यालय जो मुक्त हो
कभी पढ़े हम कहीं पढ़े वे विषय की लोच से युक्त हो
कभी पढ़े हम कहीं पढ़े वे विषय की लोच से युक्त हो
मित्रों हम उठे और जागे
मंजिल आने की ध्वनि सुने हम अपना दीपक स्वयं बने हम अपना रास्ता स्वयं चुने
जीवन ये प्रकाशित करने राहों को आलोकित करने
राष्ट्र
शिक्षा का अवसर एक बार ही क्यों मिलता फिर दुनिया में इसके केंद्र बहुत
कोई मन चाहा केंद्र चुने हम अपना जीत स्वयं बने हम अपना रास्ता स्वयं चुने कोई मन चाहा केंद्र चुने स्वयं बने हम
Welcome back to NIOS classes. We had learned some topics and the signs, whether it is family sign or time signs, etc. Now we will know some various and the summary points. ISL signs can be combined in various ways such as repetition, finger spelling and hand shape modification to create new signs with their new meanings. Some ISL signs that seem like one sign are actually two combined signs, including family related, quotients and time signs. Now we will do some exercise and some questions for our better understanding. True and false. It is possible to change meaning of the sign by changing movements. And the answer is true. Hand shape is not important in ISL. And the answer is false. Learning only ISL vocabulary is enough. And the answer is false. Give two examples of the combination of two signs to create a new signs. And the answer is 5 years and 2 hours. Write two examples where repetition of a sign changes its meaning. And the answer is M, which depicts the sign of Monday, and next is the G, the sign of government. Give 3 examples of the use of finger spelling in signs. And the answer is, first one is director, second is April, third is minister, and fourth is principal. Fill up the blanks. First, the two signs, which is female along with the sibling, what we get? We get the sign of sister. Next, we also added two signs. First is male and the sign of sibling. So we get the sign of the brother. Third, face plus quotient. Combining that, we get the sign of who. The word food along with the rent, combining them, we get the sign of restaurant. Next, the sign of woman along with the marry, we get the sign of wife. Last, the sign of two, a man and marry, combining them, we get the sign of handsome. True and false. First, it is possible to change meaning of the sign by changing movements. And the answer is true. Hand shape is not important in ISL. And the answer is false. Finger spelling is very important in ISL. And the answer is false. ISL grammar has various components. And the answer is true. Learning only ISL vocabulary is enough. And the answer is false. Thank you.